in today's video I have this look for you right here. It's me playing around with the Morphe 39A Dare to Create palette. I've used this on my channel a couple of times. I'm really getting into it. I think it's got some amazing colours and you create some amazing looks. So if you want to see how I created this makeup look using the Morphe palette, then please carry on watching and I shall show you how. The first shade I'll be taking is this one right here called Canvas. I'll be taking this on my Sigma E40 taper blending brush and blending this into the crease of my eye. Starting with the outer corner in windshield wiper motions back and forward, right into the inner corner and then blending it upward. I have absolutely no idea what makeup I'm going to do with these blue shades. I just wanted to do something blue, hence the cool blue background. Then I'll be taking this shade right here, which is called Sculpt. I'm just taking this on the brush that comes with the Anastasia Beverly Hills palette. So applying this in the outer corner of the eye to start off with. Also in the crease, just more focusing it in the actual crease rather than blending it up towards the brow bone. This is going to help to add some nice depth to the eye and to the transition, and make it easier to blend out the blue shades later on. Then I'll be going in with this matte blue shade here called Indigo. I'm going to apply this deep into the crease of my eye using the same fluffy brush. And I'm just going to keep applying until I like the intensity of it. Again, I have no idea where this makeup look is taking me, but we're going to see what happens. Then I'm going to take that shade Sculpt and just kind of like tap off the excess and go over the edges of the blue, just to help blend it in a little bit more. Then I'll take the shade Indigo again and just go ahead and apply some more. I'm just going to keep repeating this process until I'm happy with it. I want quite a dramatic look today, so I'm going to keep applying until I like it. The next shade I'll be taking is this shade here called Slice. As you see, I have already done the other eye because I didn't know what it was going to turn out like. I love it, so let's finish it on the other eye. I'm just taking this on a thinner blending brush and applying this into the crease of my eye, really focusing on the deeper part of the crease, blending that out nicely. Also just going to tap the outer corner to further darken it as well. Then I'll be taking that Indigo shade we used before just to further intensify this crease. Not that it looks like it needs intensifying, but I feel like I want to intensify it. I'm just going to take the palest transition colour from the palette and go over the top of everything just to kind of blend it down a little bit. For the lid of the eye, we'll be doing a kind of cut crease style effect. So I'm just taking this concealer from Anastasia Beverly Hills, applying some to the brush and wiping off a lot of the excess, because I don't want to apply too much because this is quite a wet concealer, so it will transfer, and that's not what I want to happen. If I go out of focus, I'm really sorry. It's just the angles and everything that I pull, but basically just going to apply a little bit of the product to the main part of the lid just to get it off the brush, then wipe off the excess on the lid. You can see where I've blinked it's transferred. Don't worry, that's actually a good thing, good like that. And that is where you draw your cut crease line. So just starting in little motions, tilt your head back and then just draw all the way up. And then just pull down and then move the concealer all across the lid. Keep the eye closed while you grab your powder. This is just going to help stop it like transferring. So I'm just taking the Rimmel Stay Matte Press powder and my fluffy brush. I probably actually recommend using a smaller brush than this, but this is just what I have for now. So I'm just going to pack this on the top of that concealer. It doesn't really matter if you don't get it like all over, it's just to kind of prevent any transfer. I'm going to be applying 3 blue shades from the palette, one here, here and here, out so it goes into this nice gradient effect. So the first shade I'll be taking is called Taylor, which is right here. It's this gorgeous bluey, bright blue colour with a little bit of kind of like turquoise vibes running through it. I'm just going to spray my 224 Luxe Smoky Shader Brush from Zoeva with some Primark primer water just to kind of intensify the colour and help it stick better. And then I'll be packing this on the inner corner of my eye. The next shade I'll be taking is this one right here, which is called Image. It's like a darker blue, really pretty as well. Then for the outer kind of section of the lid, I'm taking the shade here, which is like a royal blue, I would describe it as, called Dare Me. This is going to be something that's going to be quite difficult to film, but I'm going to draw some glitter in the crease of my eye. This is the Collection Dazzling Gel Liner, Glam Crystals, and the number Night Fever. So I'm just going to swirl some of the product and then apply it over that line that we've created. I'm going to go very quiet on this because obviously I can't talk, it's really difficult to talk and do this, but here we go. As you can see, I haven't gone all the way across the lid, I've kind of gone to the outer third. I'm going to close my eyes and let it dry before I continue on. Next we're applying my liquid liner. I've gone for a wing today, as you can see. So I'm just going to apply this and put some music over it because it's going to be really difficult to talk through. But basically what I'll do is start at the outer corner, draw up, apply it across the lash line as close as possible, and then draw the triangle together. So you'll be able to see what I'm doing. For the brow bone highlights, I'll be taking the shade Crushed Pearl from Anastasia Beverly Hills. This is the Gleam Glow Kit. Then I'll just be giving that a little blend with the big Sigma brush, being really careful not to dodge that liner. Then I'm going to curl my lashes. And apply a generous amount of the Maybelline Total Temptation Mascara. The lashes I'll be applying are the style Mythical from Girls with Attitude. They flare out the outer corner and they're super fluffy and lovely. They were £3 from Primark. I'm just going to apply these, then I'll be right back. So lashes are on. Now I'm just going to pop some blue liner into the waterline. This is the eyeliner pencil in the shade My Cloud. Super cute from Sigma. I'm just popping this into my waterline. Then I'll also be applying that under my lower lash line as a base for the shadows. For the shadows, I'll be applying the same colours that are on the lid, just kind of in that order on my lower lash line. So I'll be taking the lightest shade, which was called, I can't remember what it was called, I think it was called Taylor, I don't know. But I'm applying this on the inner section of my lower lash line. Then I'll be taking the mid blue shade as well on the mid section of my eye. Then, you guessed it, we're taking the dark shade on the outer corner. Then I'll just take the big fluffy Sigma brush to kind of go under the edge and just blend it out a little bit. Just a little bit. Then for the inner corner, I'll be taking the highlighting duo pencil from Anastasia applying the shimmery side to the inner corner. And then for the inner corner highlight, I'll be taking the shade Blue Ice, which is from the Moonchild palette. It's the blue tinted highlighter, very pretty. Just packing that on top of where that shimmery brow pencil is. So now the eyes are done, let's move on to the face. So the first thing of my face is Primark's Primer Water. I'm just going to give it a shake, spray it on and fan it dry. For foundation, I'll be taking the Maybelline Fit Me Matte and Poreless Foundation in the shade 120. Just going to squeeze this onto my Real Techniques Miracle Complexion Sponge. Apply it all over my face. I really need to get a new sponge. This one is so gummy. I've washed it so many times and it's just getting to that stage now where you need to get a replacement. So I shall be nipping to boot as soon as I have some free time, which I don't know when that will be, but yeah, I'm going to get a replacement for it. Just moving all these bubby hairs out of the way and then pouncing it into the skin. For cream contour, I'll be taking the Mink Stick to Flawless Foundation Stick from Anastasia. Applying this under my cheekbones, the temples, top of my forehead to kind of like make it look a little bit smaller. Under my cheekbones to make them look a little bit more prominent. And across my jawline to kind of give it a more structured effect. Under my lip, it helps it look poutier. Down at the sides of my nose just to make everything kind of blend together and so like my nose doesn't disappear on my face. Then I'm just taking the Real Techniques Expert Face Brush and blending this all out. For concealer, I'll be taking the Rimmel Match Perfection Concealer in the shade Ivory. I'm going to apply this on my chin, squeeze some out. Also on the top of my lip, down at the centre of my nose, on a triangle on my forehead as well. And then of course under the eyes. Especially when working with blue eyeshadows, I think it's really important to put a brightening concealer under the eyes because obviously a blue under eye would mean a lack of sleep. So you're going to brighten that up. Because I'm feeling extra, I'm also going to take the Rimmel Wake Me Up Concealer. This is just a slightly lighter concealer. I'm just going to dot this on top of the chin and under the eyes as well, just to add some extra coverage. Then I'm going to blend it into the skin using my beauty sponge. Then I'm going to set everything into place with, yes, that's it, the Rimmel Stay Matte Pressed Powder. If you are a subscriber on my channel, then you will know that I really love this powder. It's just the perfect powder ever, makes your skin look lovely, and it's so stinking cheap. So yeah, I'm just going to set the whole of my face. Next up, I'm going to contour my face using the Anastasia Beverly Hills Contour Kit in the shade Light, and I'm taking this shade here called Java on my Real Techniques contour brush. Just going to swirl this into the product, tap off the excess, and then apply it under my cheekbones and around my temples to give a more prominent looking cheekbone and add some shape to the face as well. See, on camera I'm looking in my little viewfinder and I look really pale. Like, I'm pale, but I'm not that pale. I look ghostly. Promise you I do have some colour to me. And then also take this round at the top of the forehead as well, under my jawline. Get rid of that double chin. And then I'm also going to take some down the sides of my nose, just lightly. For bronzer, I'll be taking the Rimmel Natural Bronzer on my Real Techniques blush brush. So taking that down the neck onto the chest as well. Just got bronzer everywhere because it's broken. Ah! Then for blush, I'll be taking the shade Deep Throat, also from NARS. Taking this on my Real Techniques blush brush, which is like the more chubbier one. First a teeny bit of this, not a lot. just become aware of the time. I need to leave for work in 10 minutes, so I'm super rushed. But I'm going to set my face using the Freedom Makeup Setting Spray. While that kind of like seeps into the skin, I'm just going to take a makeup wipe and take off the foundation off my lips. Then I'm going to highlight the face because this face is missing some highlighter. I'm going to I'm going to take the shade Crushed Pearl from the Glow Kit, swirl this onto my Zoeva highlighting brush, and then dust this onto my cheekbones to add some pretty highlight. A little bit above the brow, just to add a glow. Tip of the nose, down the centre of the nose in the cupid's bow. Just to get rid of the powder residue and to set my brows in place, I'm taking the Chocolate Dip Brow from Anastasia, brushing this through the brows and then upwards on the front. For lips, I'll be taking the shade Well from MAC. Then I'll also be taking some mascara and applying this to my lower lashes as well. I'm in the mood for some gloss. Don't worry about that mascara there, I'm going to wipe that away once it's dry. But this is the Toffee gloss from Anastasia Beverly Hills. I'm going to wipe that off, then apply it to my lips. So this is the finished look, guys. I really hope you enjoyed watching this tutorial and seeing me play around with some blue. I don't really use blue that much, so I really hope you enjoyed watching it. If you did, please give the video a big thumbs up and don't forget to hit that subscribe button down below. It would mean the absolute world. I hope you have an amazing day. I shall see you next time. Thanks for watching. Bye.